Welcome to the Uncle Randy's podcast. Today's sponsor, prosciutto, made in Italy, formerly one of the Axis powers. We're going to give you a little prosciutto review. Start today. What it looks like. It's a little awful. It's like foreskin. Everything reminds me of her. This smell. What should I say to Levi? Let's get Google Voice pulled up here. You guys hear me? Hello? Is it Levi? You left a note on my vehicle today. It had I mean, if you're Levi, this is the number that was left on my truck today. Where was you? I was in, it was the West End down there around, Peddler's Market. Well, are you in West Virginia or Kentucky? Well, I'm in West Virginia, but somebody put your number on my truck. It said, sorry for the damage. I banged a hooker in the back of your truck. I I swear, that's what happened, son. I was just wanting to. Well, I'm telling you, I walked out of Peddler's Market and I looked at my wife and I said, "Hey, did you see anything?" And she said, "No, I was in Huntington." I, honest to God, son, I don't even know where the fuck that is, but I'm gonna tell you, I went and got. Well, I went down to the police department and I didn't give them your name or nothing, but I said somebody said they fucked a hooker in the back of my truck. I drive an old 95. I drive an old 95 F-150. There was. There was. Well, I don't know. I don't know if it was someone or I don't know if it was even a couple. Hell, it could have been a bull. I don't fucking know. But Levi, I'm gonna tell you something right now. If that was your semen in the back of my truck, I'm telling you, it looked like a fucking whale. It looked like a fucking whale came in the back of my truck. You know, I'd been fine with it. Right there it is. Right there it is. I wasn't gonna tell you it wasn't today. It was on the 31st. Yeah, you just admitted to it. It's Peddler's Market down there on the west end. Peddler's Market. Who are your buddies? Who are your buddies? Down there in Hog Creek? You're lucky. You're lucky I don't come down to Hog Creek. No, I'm gonna tell you how I know about Hog Creek. We tracked your IP address based off of that phone number, and we pinged it from the Huntington Police Department. No, it is not a prank. I have the police officer right here if you want to talk to him. Are you the fucking man? Officer? You give me just a second. I'm gonna go grab Officer Daniel. Hello. Is this Levi? This is Officer Daniels of the Huntington Police Department. Some stuff was brought to our attention today. Again, you're not being accused of anything as of yet, but there is a few charges of tampering that will go to the individual. We've asked Peddler's Market for the camera footage. You claim that you weren't in the area on the 31st. Mm, okay. Okay. And again, son, I'm not asking you to admit to anything. I'm not asking you to accuse anybody of anything. We're just trying to get to the bottom of it because no, no, unfortunately, it's not. The report was made, and a few things were found. There, honest to God, I thought it was a prank as well. There was an actual bucket of semen in the back of Mr. Simmons' truck. Yes. I, I, we have the evidence. Um, let me step away for a minute. So apparently, I can't say that it wasn't tampered with. Mr. Simmons' wife, I guess, did something with it. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not even questioning it. But what we do have to get to the bottom of, was there anybody else that would have done this or put your number on something? Is there a phone number we could have?
Uh-huh. Uh, Levi, just so I have it for my records, just so I have it for my records, what was your last name? You don't have to give it to me. I'll get it off the phone record. It's fine. It's whatever you want to do. If you don't want to comply, it's perfectly fine. Okay, that's fine. I do want to say, you know, I do have to say this before we get too far into the conversation. Um, Anything you do and say will be used against you in the court of law. You do have the right to remain silent. That is your Fifth Amendment right. Um, so I don't. You're again. This is not you admitting to fault. If you don't, I mean, from the sounds of it, you sound like a pretty upstanding. Yeah. I mean, if you don't mind me asking, oh, you're kidding. Gotcha. And yeah, do you know about what time? Do you know about what time they went out? Eating good. Uh, I got you. I got you. No, and the camera footage will show that. I mean, that's we'll figure that out. Um, from what I understand, though, the note was placed. Do you know about what time you got to Huntington? Uh-huh. A white Ford Explorer. Would you mind telling me the year? You don't know. Uh, I got you. And here's the thing. So I didn't want to tell you this until now. We did get the footage. Um, I just wasn't sure if you had been driving it or not. Um, the Explorer, yes. Um, okay. Um, Listen, Levi, this gets a little bit tougher because we caught the white Explorer on a bucket was placed in the back of the truck. A portion of it was dumped out. We assumed it was epoxy. Upon a taste test, we like to call it, yeah, a man around 6 foot got out, put a bucket in the back of the man's truck while his wife was in the vehicle. Dumped a little bit in. She has Alzheimer's. She doesn't know much, so that's the issue there. Um, she doesn't recall very much of anything. She did say she witnessed a man get out of a white Explorer, and she thinks that she could decide it was him based on a picture or something. Um, it no, no. So whenever we Googled you, we looked up your phone number and we pulled a couple of messages from Facebook. and some other resources. I don't know that it was just Facebook, but we do have access to several different outlets. So that may have been where they figured it out. But in our system, your nickname is what we call it, is labeled as the mayor of Hog Creek. I don't know if that's where you live. I'm just saying like that. We use it. It's a little goofy, but we use an AI database to decipher all your messages incoming and outgoing out of your cell phone and your devices. Okay, I got you. No, 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 no. You're fine. You're perfectly fine. Son, I would never ask anybody to jack off in a cup and send it to us, but we have it in a bucket. But the only way to compare a semen analysis is to collect another semen analysis. Unfortunately, hair won't do the trick. If I were to give you an address, yeah, no. It's not like rape or anything like that. No. Nobody got raped, so don't worry about that. Yeah. If I give you an address, if I give you an address, could you mail a sample? It doesn't have to be a lot. It just has to be collected in a cup. We we had to use Mr. Simmons's phone. He does have a Pennsylvania number. He just moved down here. I think this is why this scared him so much. He thought it may have been in regards to drugs. And whenever he found out that you were, quote, the mayor of Hog Creek or Hogtown or whatever, he he assumed it was drug related and it was a drop off. Upon further analysis, it was debunked that it was semen and your number was attached to it. So if you would want, I mean, I have our mailing address for the collections division. If you want to, it's perfectly acceptable. It just has to be in a medicated medication prescription bottle, and you just do your thing and send it in and put your name on it. Well, unfortunately, this isn't one of those things that go to court. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just not. And again, you're not being accused of anything. Again, nobody's being accused of anything. Do you? And here's what might help you, Levi. If I could give you a little word of advice, I'm not one of those guys going to take it and run with it. I'm going to make a couple calls, and if this is a harmless prank. It's a harmless prank. You know what I mean? What are it kind of sounds like it was, but unfortunately, Mr. Simmons got caught in the middle. Um, would you mind telling me your friends' names? Okay, okay. I have pen and paper here whenever you're ready. Okay, Rob Ford. Okay. And these are the ones who call me that. Derek Rankin. Oh, okay. Hmm. So you're a Kentucky fan living in from Huntington? Oh, I'll be honest, man. The alibi isn't really flying. I'm just messing with you. If you don't mind me asking, um, and what year did you graduate? Did you go to Huntington High? That explains a lot. Okay, that's why you're not super familiar with the area. Yeah. Okay. I got you. So Rob Ford. Derek Rankin. Okay. Yeah. No, no. If you would like to, I mean, that might help clear some things up. Again, Levi, you are not. You're not even our prime suspect. First of all, nobody leaves a name and a number on something like that. That's not typically how it goes. If yeah, yeah, yeah. No, you're perfect. You are perfectly fine, Levi. Yeah, no, you're perfectly fine. Oh God, he's supposed to be calling back. Hey Levi. Hey Levi. I just wanted to interject. It was the White Explorer. That's the vehicle that we traced. Okay. If you don't mind me asking, uh, was that one of the guys there? I don't know. Oh, okay. I got you. Was there anybody else? We're just trying to get to the bottom of it, make sure it was just a prank. Um, Last thing we want Levi to have to do is, jack off in a fucking cup and send it into our office. Okay. I mean, if that would settle the score, that's fine. That's just the last thing we want to have to happen, Levi. If he decides to press charges, your name was on the bucket with a phone number. That's kind of up to the court to decide. Again, I'm trying to prevent that from happening. Is your friend still listening? Could I catch him up to speed? Okay, so what happened was there was a white Explorer track going through Peddler's Market. Apparently, somebody got out with a bucket, put it in the back of a 95 F-150, which happened to be Mr. Simmons's truck while his Alzheimer's wife was in it. She apparently saw someone get out. It was a Caucasian male, and it said the mayor of Hog Creek on it, and that's just how it. That's how we got a hold of Levi here, and for whatever reason, somebody thought it was a drug deal. That's why they turned it into us. They didn't know it was a bucket of cum. So now we just have a bucket of cum that we have to figure out whose it is because it would have to have been a fucking whale. I mean, I don't know what your name is, sir, but I mean, you seem like you know Levi here. Does he seem like the kind of guy that would fill up a bucket of cum and put it in the back of a 95 F-150? Okay. Is this the Robert fella or Derek? Okay. So if you don't mind me asking, okay, was there ever a time that Levi wasn't with you? Okay. Do you know round about what time that was? Okay. PM. Okay. Levi, this isn't exactly ideal. Unfortunately, it's not as funny as it seems. Um, Levi, this could I give you an ad? If I gave you an address, would you be willing to prove your innocence and send it in? We want you to come too in a cup and send it to us, Levi. But we want you to. That's the only way to do this DNA test. Again, she has Alzheimer's. Levi. I've said she had Alzheimer's from the beginning of this phone call. This is not a prank. I've already Mirandized you. I can even give you my badge number if that helps. And that's kind of what I'm saying here too, because I don't think that somebody that was guilty would give up that much information, knowing that they did it. It sounds to me like somebody's fucking with you. I, all right, here's the deal. This is something that might help prove your innocence. I don't know who won the Royal Rumble. Yes. Okay. It sounds like you Googled it. It sounds like you Googled it, Levi. Are you sure? Okay. 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 All right. Here's another question for you, just to see, because you stuttered a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I'm assuming you're around 25, 27 years old. Okay. In 2008, what three organizations were part of the WWE? Yeah, such as Monday Night Blank. Okay. Who was the main guy for ECW? You don't think Bobby fucking Lashley? You don't think Bobby fucking Lashley was the best guy on ECW? Are you shitting my dick right now, dude? Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, that would have made a hell of a lot more sense. But no, this is dead fucking serious, Levi. I was trying to lighten the mood a little bit, good cop, bad cop type shit. But no, I'm gonna need you to send in a sample. Let me pull it up here. Yeah, honestly, not the best play, Levi, if you're trying to stay transparent. Yeah, and I appreciate that. I genuinely do. It kind of helps us get down to the bottom of it. And Levi sounds like a good guy, and I appreciate your transparency as well. Um, give me just a second here. We don't have many situations like this where people have to do this. It was when I tell you it was a lot. Um, I mean, it seemed like somebody was collecting it every day, all day for about 6 months straight. And again, it could have been fake. I don't know. The DNA test didn't come back to anybody in our system. Have you ever been booked? Were you ever taken in for a DNA test at any point in time? Okay, well that probably wouldn't have been kept for any amount of time. Um, all right. So here's the address. If you have a second to take it down, let me, and this is my personal cell phone number. If you need anything at all, well, we wanted to trace it back the right way. Hang on. I'll let you. And Mr. Simmons told me whenever we were off the phone call, if you just apologized for putting the bucket of cum in the back of this truck, he would be okay with it. Let me put him on the phone. Let me go grab him. Hey, Mr. Simmons, you can come in. Hello. Hello. Is this Mayor of Hog Creek? Uh, I heard you had an apology for me. I want to know who did it. Well, I want to tell you why I want to know. I ain't even mad that somebody put a bucket of gum.
in my truck. I'm mad that my wife, for the first time in 10 years of Alzheimer's, looked at me and had a genuine conversation with me. And she said to me, she said, "Can you imagine how hung that motherfucker would have to be to produce that much gum?" So I'm trying to find somebody that wants to fuck my wife. All right, here we go, Gilby. God damn, Levi. Gold. Bad number. This is Loretta.
Well, goodbye.
Well, hello.
I don't know who this is.
Well, I was calling you because I had a note left on my vehicle. It had this number on it, and it said Braden.
Yeah, I finally heard it. I have a few guesses who this actually is. But yeah,
It,
What a wiener. All right, guys. Been fun.